You know that feeling, right? That powerful, just undeniable connection between music and a good celebration. Today, we're going to dive in and figure out what makes that connection so strong. So, let's start with a really simple question. Have you ever walked into a party and even with everyone talking, it just felt quiet, like something major was missing? Well, that something is almost always music. So, why is that? It's because music is basically a universal language. It's got this incredible power to express feelings like pure joy and togetherness in a way that words just can't. You could almost call it the emotional soundtrack to our lives. And get this, our need to celebrate with music is ancient. We're talking tens of thousands of years ago. The very first instruments weren't built in factories. They came straight from nature. Around 35,000 BCE, people were using hollow bones for rhythm. Then, by 6,000 BCE, they were stretching animal skins to make the first drums. After that, we got reed flutes and eventually metal trumpets. It just goes to show you, our instinct to make music for big moments has always been a part of who we are. All right, first up, let's explore how music works its magic to bring huge groups of people together and give them a shared identity. A perfect example of this is something called folk music. So what is it? It's the traditional music of a community. Think of it like the original playlist of everyday people, with songs passed down from parent to child, telling stories about life, work, and all the local legends. So, how did this actually work in practice? Well, folk music was usually played on instruments you could carry around, like fiddles and banjos, which made them perfect for community gatherings. And it wasn't just for fun either. A steady beat to help a whole group of workers stay in sync while doing really tough jobs. It was a crucial link to a community's history and culture, long before we had smartphones to record everything. Now, what's really cool is that this idea of musical unity doesn't just happen in small villages. It can scale up, way up. From a local dance all the way to an entire nation, music uses the same power to create a sense of belonging, just on a much, much bigger stage. Just think about national holidays. In the US, you really can't imagine a 4th of July parade without the sound of a big brass band playing marches, right? It's meant to build up that feeling of national pride. Huge marching bands bring this incredible energy to city parades, and those familiar holiday songs you hear everywhere, they create a shared festive feeling that connects everyone, even total strangers. Okay, now let's zoom in from those giant events to something we all know really well, the party. From birthdays to massive festivals, this is where music gets to be the absolute star of the show. A birthday party is the perfect example. First, you've got the playlist, which sets the whole mood right from the start. Then you have that big moment when everyone, and it doesn't matter if you're a good singer or not, gathers to sing happy birthday. And of course, there are games like musical chairs that are literally powered by the music. It's a simple formula, but you know what? It works every time. And a huge piece of that party energy comes from dance music. I mean, the name says it all, right? It is music designed specifically to make you want to move. It usually has fast rhythms, a heavy bass that you can actually feel in your chest, and repetitive beats that are basically engineered to keep a crowd's energy way up. And you can really see how much the dance floor has evolved. Back in the day, you'd have a live band, maybe with violins and guitars, for community dance. Now, it's a DJ with a laptop and electronic music blasting at a school prom or a wedding. The technology and the sound have changed completely, but the goal is exactly the same: get people to move together. So, just how big can these musical celebrations get? Well, this number really says it all. Over 100,000 people. That's how many can be at a single music festival, all singing the exact same song at the exact same time. The scale is just mind-blowing. And that brings us to music festivals. They are pretty much the ultimate modern version of this whole idea. They're these huge, multi-day events where you can discover all kinds of new artists. But more than that, they create this unbelievably powerful feeling of unity in a giant crowd. It's really a celebration of music as a universal language, but on the biggest stage you can imagine. All right, for our last section, let's look at how technology totally changed the sound of our celebrations, but maybe not the feeling behind them. I mean, the way we get our music has been completely transformed. In the past, your only choice was a live musician. That was it. Then, around the 1920s, radio and records brought music right into our homes. Fast forward to the 2000s, and we had digital files and MP3s. And today, we have instant streaming and portable speakers. Music is literally everywhere. Let's break that down. What used to require hiring an entire live band now just needs a good streaming playlist on your phone. Music used to be stuck in one place, but now, with portable speakers, you can have a party anywhere. And instead of just a handful of songs to choose from, you now have millions right at your fingertips. But here is the most important takeaway of this whole thing. For all the incredible ways that technology changed how we listen, it didn't really change why we celebrate with music. We still need it to connect with each other, to express joy, and to make our most important moments feel truly special.
So, what's the bottom line? No matter how we're listening or what we're celebrating, from an ancient gathering around a fire to a massive modern festival, music is and always will be the essential heartbeat that gives that celebration life.